Joining us here on the Splash Live is West Bloomfield teacher Pashun Barnes. Pashun, good morning and welcome to the show. Good to have you with us.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm perusing the media the other day, part of what I do every day to get ready for the show, and I see this huge article about you in MLive, one of our biggest news outlets in the state of Michigan online, talking about your hair camp. We've got some images here. Tell people what this is all about and why you've started this.
So it's a braiding camp. It's for the youth, for the youth, anybody. And it started actually. I braid hair, and it started with one of my clients who also happened to be one of my sorority sisters of Delta Sigma Theta. And, I was braiding her hair and she said, this is just so great. I would really like to be able to braid my daughter's hair. She's like, do you think you could teach me how to braid hair? She said, I think you should offer something because something that everyone could benefit from. And being the teacher that I am, and I've been in education about 20 years, my mind goes straight to the children, unfortunately, because I'm always thinking about the children. And, I have my daughter as well. And I said, that's a good idea. But instead of going in a direction she wanted right away, I said, I would like to work with my kids that I already know and teach them an entrepreneurial skill that will help them. Because just like this mother was asking about being able to, braid her daughter's hair, I have students all the time that are dealing with their hair, talking about their hair. Of course, they always deal with lacking the confidence, and it comes from hair. And braids is a very universal thing. Everybody wears braids now, and it's very popular, very lucrative. And I started braiding when I was only 10 years old. I'm self-taught. And it just came from practice and patience. And I tell the kids all the time, practice makes progress. And it went from there. It started out as just me being something. I wanted to do my own hair. I wanted to be confident. I wanted to look good every day. And I remembered how I felt as a child. And my mother didn't necessarily know how to braid my hair either. And I'm just pouring into the children because that's what I do. I love education. I love kids. And so here we are. Right now, I had an overwhelming, this started last year. And because of the overwhelming response and request to have the braid camp and the classes, this year I broke it up into 4 different sections. And it went from beginner, intermediate to advanced. And that gave parents the opportunity to choose where the children were. It was only 4 days long. I didn't want to make it too long, but it allows anybody, not just girls, but girls and boys, black and white, everybody. It's a very inclusive camp.
All right.
I try and make it fun for them. And right now, it's grade 6 through 12 or 10 to, about 17, 18. But last year I allowed some younger ones, but I know going into next year, I'm going to be creating classes for our even younger kids. Who knew that they were younger than 10 would be so interested in braiding?
Well, we are, let's be honest. I mean, the way we look is important. Okay. And it seems like it's getting
Yes,
more and more important. Not only just because we want to look good and be attractive, but it's
yes,
tied to business success and
yes,
professional success.
yes,
And, you take a look at all kinds of different cultures. I know for a long time that men who were bald, it just wasn't acceptable or very attractive. Now it's like the sexiest thing ever. So we do go through trends and changes, right?
yes,
But maybe some of the attention to what you're doing was spurred on by this new legislation in Michigan called the
yes.
Crown Act. It was signed into law in June. Crown is an acronym for Creating a Respectful and Open World for Natural Hair. And the act makes discrimination based on texture and race-based hairstyles like braids, locks, twists, illegal in the workplace. And, I mean, do you want to talk about that a little bit? Maybe the importance of that?
Yes, it's so important, and I was very happy when the Crown Act had passed. And as you can see, I wear locks myself. It is styled, and I think that it brings across awareness that natural hairstyles, locks, braids, and things of that, afros, they can be very professional in the workplace. And I do recall when those, wearing braids or wearing locks or even an afro was not acceptable in the workplace. And then we also hear about the young people that were being criticized for not wearing their hair appropriately for different schools that they belong to or sporting events. And I think I had seen where, one young man had to cut his locks off during the
Hmm.
sporting event, or they were going to disqualify him, and people being penalized to lose their jobs for not being able to wear their natural hair. So I think the Crown Act passing was so important because it's embracing diversity of to bring awareness that natural hair and these different hairstyles are not something that is inappropriate or offensive. You can definitely wear these styles and they look very professional. I know on one of the media outlets, I got a lot of questions about my own hair. They wanted to know, who did it, how was it done? It's very intricate, but just for people of color, our hair and how we wear our hair, it's so much more. It's so much more than what people understand. It's about, for one, it's a protective style, which helps your hair grow at a healthy rate, and it's self-expression of who you are, and just the empowerment that it brings, that you're wearing. We take our hair very seriously, and we have the versatility to wear it in different ways, but I think it also allows people to accept different cultures and how we want to wear our hair, and that it can be just as
Well,
professional as anything else.
Well, Passion, I appreciate what you're doing and bringing light to this. And, there's just been a lack of understanding, and I think more people
Yes.
get it. But, we do recognize that African American women, a lot of them in the past maybe have felt they had to get their hair straightened or
Yes.
go through some ridiculously expensive process. And I have friends that have spent so much money on their hair and worked so
Yes.
hard on it. And, to try to comply with these, non-natural hair standard, cultural
Yes.
whatever. And
Yes.
good to see that we're moving in a positive direction. You're a big part of change for the better, and I salute you this morning. Thank you so much for
Well,
everything you're
I
doing.
well, I appreciate you, and I would like to, because I've gotten so many questions. I really appreciate this. And my last section of camp is starting on Monday. And again, I am a teacher at West Bloomfield, and I'm, just using the space while I'm there. And I appreciate it. But my last session is starting on Monday. Today is about the last day that anyone can sign up, but we invite any and everyone that would like to attend. And you definitely get to learn about different hairstyles, but braiding, learning a trade that where anybody can also learn. Braiding is very lucrative, and
All
children
right.
can learn to do this and start their own business. So just
All
wanted to
right.
say that it's very open, and I appreciate you having me.
Passion, thank you very much. Real quickly, because we got to scoot along, where do people go? How do they get a hold of you if they want to sign up
Yeah.
for the class?
They can email me at passion.barnes@gmail.com. I know I had a lot of people reach out to the district and they just refer them to me. But if they go right to my email, they can email me directly. Or if they're on Instagram, there is a link in my bio where they can click and register and get all of the information that they need. Everything is there. Just reach out, email, or they can go on my social media page to register, and I'm very good at responding. So I'll get back to them. Some of
All
them,
right. Well, you are because I was able to get you booked on the show, Passion Barnes. Thank you very much. Great work. We appreciate it. And I assume you don't have to live in West Bloomfield. If you live in
no,
Bloomfield Hills or you live in the East Side or in Detroit or wherever, just get online and sign up. Passion, thank you very much for
yes.
being with us today. Good to
Thank
have
you
you
so
with
much
us.
for having me. Have a great day.
All right. Passion Barnes in the Braid Camp. I got it right now. Good to see that happening.